beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and today we're gonna do your 2025 yearly reading. Woohoo! Happy New Year! So before we get started, I'm going to talk a little bit about the fact that this is a number 9 year. So 2 plus 2 plus 5 is what? It is 9. Okay, so we are in a number 9 year. And like, I got my notes. Okay, so number 9 year is resilience, skillful, magnetic, spiritual awakening, charming. I wrote down all these keywords. Attainment, new beginnings or endings, new beginnings, completion, power, higher learning, wisdom, spirituality, satisfaction. Okay, so those are things that, like, themes that you'll be dealing with this year. Do not be afraid of endings. Okay, I think that we have a lot of negative connotations with the words endings and completion. But, like, say for instance, if you are working on your master's program, okay, like myself, then whenever you reach completion, that's an ending, right? And then you are going to start a new beginning. Same thing if you leave a job, okay, and you get another job, you know, then that's a positive ending, right? And a positive beginning. So there will be endings and beginnings because 9s do represent, you know, stages of completions. And so then we start back over with 10, which in numerology, I believe is just 1. But anyway, so, okay, so I'm going to set that down. And so, like, if you think about, say, the 9 of Cups, you're thinking about hopes, wishes, and dreams, which that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, is that the nodes, the lunar nodes, are going to be moving into, North Node will be moving into Pisces, yeah, and the South Node will be moving into Virgo, which are going to be in your 11th and 5th houses. So you're going to be seeing an increase in your social networks, in your hopes and wishes, and you're also going to be seeing a decrease in things that have been standing in the way of your pleasure, your joy, your creativity. So you could find that you're becoming more creative, and if you work on social media, for instance, and you're finding that you're going to be more creative and you're going to be expanding your social network through these lunar transits. Now, of course, that's for Taurus and Taurus rising, but if you want to know more specifically for yourself, then you need to go look at your own birth chart to see what your rising sign is, to see individually where this is going to affect you. Taurus collective, though, it'll be like the North Node in your social networks, South Node in releasing regrets or things that blocked you from your pleasure and your joy and your creativity. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, this is not going to work. All right, so we're going to do your overall message for 2025. Now, let's go ahead and get your tarot cards overall for overall message for 2025 for Taurus. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera, take a little break, and I'm going to break this up into 3-month sections: January through March, April through June, July through September, October through December, and do those individually. So if you want to, you can just watch this one and then the first 3 months and then come back and watch the other ones later. You can watch it all right now, or you can watch it now and then come back later. Like, it's totally up to you, but I will be time stamping the 3-month sections. Okay. So let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. Your bottom of the deck energy was the Sun card. We have to take it out. Okay, so let's see here. Taurus. What is going on for Taurus in 2025? What does Taurus need to know about? You have the 6 of Pentacles, things coming into balance, as I said before. Okay, like, oh my gosh, I love it. I don't know where to put that thing. Can you see all that? Okay, there's your sun. All right, there's your sun. All right, let's see. What else do we have for Taurus? You have the Page of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands under that sacral chakra. Okay, so you could be, oh my gosh, you could be, you could have a little more passion coming into your life. Oh, okay, okay. You have the Two of Wands, which actually kind of came out. I'm not really sure if that was sideways or reverse, but to me that does indicate there are two different paths. But we'll see. Two paths of joy for you. So you have the Three of Wands. There's your ships coming in card. I think that it's been a long time coming, Taurus. Like, I think that you've waited a long time for some things to really pan out for you. And then, boom, here they are. You have the Six of Swords. You have the Four of Wands. Oh, so gorgeous. You have the Eight of Swords. But that Wheel of Fortune was flipping with it, so we're going to take it. And then you have the Five of Wands, which came out like that, sideways. So let's get one more card on that Five of Wands, please. The Temperance card. Okay. All right. All right. So that's in your advice section. All right. Let me move my chair. Let's make sure all of this is on the freaking camera. Okay. So, alrighty, Taurus. Let's just, I don't know. That's how we're going to do that. Okay, so, Taurus, you have tidy up your life, and that is kind of your recent past energy, to be honest with you. You know, and, you know, that's kind of how I look at it, but at the same time, even though I have, like, there are certain sections, I still kind of just read them all together, too, okay? So, yeah. So you have tidy up your life. Things are needing to be brought into balance for you. If you watched my previous reading before this one, then you would understand. I understand. Like there was a need to just like kind of bring things into balance, even if it is just like the way that you're seeing things, you know, just like how you're mentally being affected, that kind of thing. But I do feel like, you know, there's also been a need to set appropriate boundaries for yourself, to focus on self-care, to prioritize yourself. And I mean, you know, it could be honestly, because I know Tauruses, we're caretakers. We love to like make sure, like we love to lift people up. I do not know a single Taurus that isn't like your number one cheerleader. Seriously, like I've always been everybody's cheerleader. I am like Miss Uplift everyone. And sometimes like I have to take a step back from lifting everybody else up around me and do that for myself, you know? And so that could have been something that you recently had to do, like something that you came to realize recently, like maybe you needed to focus more on your health, right? Even, because if we're not in, you know, decent or good health, like nothing else really matters, right? And so it could be that you needed to bring things into balance for yourself, and maybe you needed to even slow down because this person is just at a coffee bar with the camera, you know, just looking at the river, just peace and serenity. And maybe you needed to slow down a little bit and set some boundaries for yourself in regards to prioritizing yourself and your self-care, your mental health, your emotional well-being, your spiritual health, and not just always being on the go, okay? So then you have every color a form of love, which does represent unity. It's also light, okay? So you're going to be seeing a lot more light in your life. And Page of Wands, and that is inspiration, excitement, good times. And with the Six of Swords, leaving behind any conflicts, struggles, just, you know, harder, rough, you know, just tough times, okay? Because, you know, the Six of Swords traditionally has a family who is, you know, leaving a battle and they are moving on to more peaceful times. And that is what you're going to be experiencing. So in the future, you are going to be seeing, well, not even just the future, but like I said, this is your overall message for 2025. Oh my gosh, I just had a brain fart. So sacral chakra, more passion, desire, Knight of Wands. I mean, just letting the good times roll, honey. Okay. And then you got the Four of Wands, lots of celebrations, parties. Some of you could be getting married or getting engaged, or you're graduating, or you're getting the job that you wanted, or like a creative project that you have is really taking off, or you started your own business, something that really inspires you. It's taking off. That Knight of Wands, it's moving very quickly. People around you are celebrating. You're just like, oh my gosh, things are just so amazing right now. You could be graduating and then getting a job that you really wanted, etc., etc. Like this right here is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. And then you move into the prosperity with the Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. And what's good about this, because you have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands is telling you that you're moving beyond that, okay? But the only thing that I'm concerned about is that things could start to move too quickly for you in terms of success and prosperity. And it could get you in your head and you start to feel stuck. You start to, like, that imposter syndrome starts to come up, okay? And I think that that's why you have this running away from problems with this cage right here, kind of telling you that your mind, the way that you think about yourself could sabotage future opportunities. So don't run away from it. Face it head on. Really address it. Like, address why you feel this way about yourself. Like, what makes you feel like you're not enough? Like, what makes you feel like, because I know for me, when I'm in imposter syndrome, I'm like, well, who am I? Like, what makes me so special? And maybe you need to find the answer to that. What does make you so special? What makes you good at what you do? Okay. Because yes, there is success for you. And I feel like for some of you, the success moves too quickly and you just don't know what to do with it. But you do have the enlightenment here. So I feel like you're going to see beyond the Eight of Swords. You're going to find a way out of it. You're going to see the higher perspective, because you realize that it is your responsibility right here with the Adventurer. It's your responsibility to tend to your own mind and to, own your own truth, right? And to really look at the expectations that you hold on yourself and over yourself, and ask yourself if, like, you even agree with that, right? And that's something that I have to consistently do, is to ask myself, like, what are these standards that I'm measuring myself against? And do I agree with them? Do they come from me? Like, or is this just somebody's voice from my past that I am still hearing in my mind, and I'm measuring myself up against whoever this person was, whether it was your 5th grade teacher or your parent or your grandparent or your aunt or your uncle or an ex or a friend or whoever, a sibling, like whoever it is that made you feel at one point in your life, or maybe didn't make you, because nobody can make you, but you allowed them to make you feel a certain type of way about yourself, and then you measured yourself up against that expectation. It's your responsibility, it's my responsibility, it's our responsibility to address that and to stop it in its tracks, so it doesn't put us in this Eight of Swords energy where we feel stuck, we feel like we're imposters, and we are self-sabotaging. Okay, so address this, look at it head on, okay, because you have so many good things going on around you. People could be really attracted to your voice. So, like, say for instance, if you do like guided meditations or you sing, like, people could be really attracted to your voice. If you're a songwriter, if you're a poet, if you are a writer, you're writing a novel or a self-help book or whatever, or even if you do like voiceovers, okay, people could be really attracted to your voice if you do podcast, so you could see success in that capacity, because people are like, wow, I really want to listen to you, because they like your advice, or they just find you to be soothing, etc., etc. I will say here, it does say you could be envying other people's financial success. And if different cards were on the table, Taurus, I would think that's you. But because of the fact that you have largely good cards on the table, except for the Eight of Swords, I'm going to go ahead and say that people are envying your success or could be envying your success. I will say that there is a small chance for some of you that you will be measuring yourself up against other people. So say, for instance, you know, you're like me and you're working on your master's in, you know, late 30s, early 40s. You might measure yourself up against people who did it in their 20s. But I mean, their timelines are just a bunch of crap. They really are. And I think that everybody needs to understand that, you know, because we all have different life paths. So in your opportunity, you have lots of changes for the better, really amazing development in your life with prosperity, things moving very quickly for you. Your advice is to focus on joy, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whatever's going on, focus on joy. If you are dealing with challenging situations with that Five of Wands and struggles, arguments with people in your life, choose peace with that Temperance card and do it over and over and over and over again. You know, like, I don't care how many times you have to sing Don't Worry, Be Happy in your mind, sing it. Listen to it every day. Wake up in the morning and turn on Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Do not worry, be happy, because life is too short to not be lived in joy and happiness and fulfillment. So, okay, that's what I have for your oh my gosh. We got to talk about your luck, okay? Because remember, we got to choose peace, right? But it does say your luck is about to change for the better. You could get a lucky break or a financial breakthrough. And then this card right here, look, and remember the Sun card, joy, peace, happiness, joy, peace, happiness. It's all over this, okay? Wishes are going to be fulfilled for you with that wishbone. So make a wish because it's going to come true for you. And then planner, it does say here, pay attention to detail and create a plan to grow your business or personal finances if you are working on growing a business, or if you're just working on your goals. But the other thing I want to say is work on your follow through with that tidy up your life and that Virgo energy. You know, really be consistent and focus on executing your plans for yourself, because you're doing it for you. Okay. So I need to go give my voice a little break and I will come back and do the 3 segments. So, I will see you soon. Hey Taurus, welcome to the second half of your yearly reading for 2025. So what we're going to do now is we're going to break it up into 3-month segments. If you choose to, you can totally just come back and watch these as you're getting closer to the months. Or if you want to, you can watch it all now and then come back later. Or if you feel more connected to just the overall portion of the year, that's totally fine too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the piles for each 3-month segment for the rest of, or for 2025. And you're welcome to fast forward through this part because I have quite a few decks. And then we will go ahead and start with January through March. And I will be time stamping these as well. Okay, Taurus, welcome to your January through March portion of 2025. Again, these will be time stamped. So like I said, if you want to come back later on, you can totally do that. So you have Lotus Flower Enlightenment. So I think that this is actually going to be a year of blooming, okay? No mud, no lotus. Taurus, I feel like you have already been through cycles of the mud. I guess like that's the best way to put it, because, you know, Uranus in Taurus since 2018 has really been shaking things up for Taurus. And so I feel like you've been through quite a few challenging cycles in your life. And in 2025, I feel like is a year where you're going to see things coming to fruition. You're going to receive the accolades and the achievements that you've been really working towards, because 9 does represent, you know, a number of completion. And so you're going to be like sort of graduating in several areas of your life, you know, where you've learned the lessons, you've achieved, you know, you finally reached the pinnacle of success that you have been striving for these past several years. Okay. So you have self-image and visioning with the 6th chakra and Lotus Flower Enlightenment. You have the Lucky Penny. I love that. Heads up, all day long, you will have good luck, or all month long. Woo, we love it. We love it. You have the North Node, embrace your true purpose. You have the throat chakra. So, I mean, I do feel like I see these 2 blue cards here. I do feel like you are going to be speaking very clearly to the universe what you are manifesting. And I think that you're just also going to be clear with your vision. You might also have some really incredible conversations, contacts, connections, networking, that kind of thing, between January and March, because you do have the people you spend the most time with shape who you are. You have attention to detail and pride. And then you have the ship. So with the ship, that means you're traveling distances, or you're moving beyond things in your life. So I'm interested to see how that unfolds for you, my darling Taurus friends. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards. So what I'm going to do, I just do my like typical 5 piles. And then, yeah, we're just going to play this by ear. We're going to see. I think what I'm going to do is the same thing that I just did, is do them like this. Because honestly, shuffling can be so loud. And I think that it kind of, I don't know. I'd rather do it like this. Okay, so let's get our cards. You have the King of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords. See what I'm talking about? Communications, clear communications, important decisions that are going to be made. I feel like using your voice is going to be really important. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, that one wants to come out too. The Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, love it. You have the Six of Pentacles. This one wants to come out too. The Empress. You've got to be kidding me. That is so gorgeous. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the Hanged Man. You have the Six of Swords, okay? And then 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And I want to do 2 more. What is working in Taurus's favor the first 3 months of 2025? You have the Page of Cups with the Hermit. And what's the antagonist? I don't want to say what's working against you, but what's the antagonist? Okay, that was 3 cards. Give me 1, please. What is the antagonist for the first 3 months of Taurus's 2025? The Hierophant. Okay. So, beautiful Taurus family. I love you guys so much. I really do. I'm so glad to be back doing readings. Yeah, so okay. So the first 3 months of the year, and excuse my squeaky chair, I'll be buying a new one pretty soon. But anyway, first 3 months of the year, Taurus, I feel like are gonna be pretty gorgeous just because you have the lucky penny. Literally, if you find a lucky penny that says 1971 on it, this is definitely your reading, because that says 1971. Or you could have been born in 1971. You know somebody who was born in 1971. And let's see, that's 10, 8, 9. So that's actually, that all equals to 9. 1971. Wait, let me do it again. 10, 8, yeah. 18. Nah, that equals to 9. So that's actually kind of gorgeous too, because we're in a number 9 year. So 9 is really, really significant for you. There's a video on here on YouTube. Don't remember who the creator was. I saved it many years ago about how 9 is like the master manifestation number. So this is going to be a really good year, especially the first 3 months, for you to be opening up that throat chakra and start speaking into existence your desires and your visions, okay? You do have some enlightening opportunities that are going to be happening for you in the first 3 months, where I feel like your whole perspective is going to be shifting in terms of what your true purpose is for yourself, because you do have that Hanged Man under the Queen of Pentacles, under the throat chakra. So I really get the sense that there's going to be a lot of moments of awakenings or aha moments where you start to realize, wow, like there's so much more that you want for yourself or that you're going to try to achieve than I feel like you allowed yourself to achieve in the past, okay? Because what I'm getting is this like overall sense of confidence for you, okay? So I do feel like at the early part of the year, what, January-ish, you are going to be making some really important decisions for yourself with the King of Swords. You're going to be executing plans. For those of you who are like me and you love to make your to-do list, you love to make your goal list, your intention list for the new year, you like to create vision boards or mood boards because you have that self-image and visioning. Then I feel like what this King of Swords is here to tell you is that you're not only going to be envisioning these things for yourself and trying to manifest them, but you're going to be taking action to execute them, right? Like the King of Swords is really good at, thinking of things logically, like if there are intentional action steps that need to be made, like he makes those executive decisions, okay? And so you could be making some very important executive decisions for yourself in terms of your life. Additionally, there could be somebody like a boss, okay, that sees your vision and is, very supportive of that, wants to put you in a leadership role because you have a lot to offer, like in terms of career. I also feel like at the beginning of the year, it's not going to necessarily be a year of foolishness. I mean, a month of foolishness with January, like where you're just kind of flitting about without a sense of purpose. I don't think it's going to be like that. In fact, I feel like January is going to be a very purposeful month for you because you have the Six of Pentacles, and I feel like you are going to be sort of weighing out all of your responsibilities and managing your time very well, prioritizing self-care and your health and your personal boundaries. Say for instance, so I saw this quote from, like, if you run your own business, I saw this quote once that this lady said, I had to start acting like I didn't have oh gosh, what was it? Because she was talking about how, like, friends were asking her out to lunch all the time, and she was not seeing success in her business because she was too focused on her social life and she wasn't focused enough on her business. Cannot for the life of me. It's been literally like probably 6 years since I saw this, so it's been a long time. But she was like, I had to start acting like I didn't have the time to do all of these things. That doesn't mean that you can't like occasionally go out with your friends and that kind of thing. But if you're really building towards something, you have to prioritize yourself. Like you have to prioritize this vision for yourself. I'm thinking of another person too, whom she's an astrologer, and she was talking about a friend who just kind of like disappeared, like stopped going out to the clubs and the bars and stuff and just like disappeared for a couple of years. And then that astrologer was like, and now my friend is like, very, very successful, makes really good money because he distanced himself and he, put his head down and he focused on building what he was trying to build. That's this type of energy for you, Taurus. Like, I feel like you are going to be very focused on, weighing out your responsibilities and prioritizing your vision for yourself, because I think that it's really important for you and your self-image and how you see, how you, like, in terms of your it's important for your self-image, and it's also important for your confidence, and your self-esteem, because I think that there are things that you're really, really focused on that you really, really want to achieve in life. And it's going to make you feel good about yourself. It's going to make you feel really good about yourself to achieve this. And so you are really focused on weighing out these responsibilities and this time management in January because it's so important to you, and that may mean that you're not going to be foolishly just going out and spending your time hanging out with your friends all the time and, going out to lunches or, going out and partying and that kind of thing. Like, you're going to be more focused on this vision and executing these plans for yourself in January, which honestly, I think is miraculous. Like, it really is. There's an absence of waywardness in January for you, because sometimes some months are like that. We're just kind of wayward. We're directionless. We don't know what the heck we're doing. But January is not like that for you. January is very intentional and very focused. Okay, so that's gorgeous. So in February, you have the Ace of Swords and the Empress with the lotus flower and enlightenment. Oh my gosh, that is literally so gorgeous. I feel like you've got your head down. You're really focused. Okay, your crown chakra is like lit in January, and you are going to be seeing some success. Ace of Swords can represent victory. The Empress obviously can represent abundance, growth, and just things evolving for you. You really blossoming and blooming like the lotus flower. You may have gotten through some challenging situations in January, maybe even delays and that kind of thing. But I feel like things balance out for you and you just really blossom, okay? I think that that's probably just enough said as far as February goes. There's not, and look, that 27 equals 9. So again, like, you're going to be seeing some completions, I feel, in February even, but they're like positive completions because you have the Ace of Swords and the Empress. There could also be some important conversations like we talked about that come in January and February. And this can be networking. This can be, just the right people showing up at the right time because you have the North Node card here. It can be, the North Node for me is kind of like, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That's basically how I see that, like whenever, especially like if you're in your nodal return this year. That happened for me when I was in my nodal return. It was so crazy, like how many teachers came in my life during that time. So that could relate to you in some capacity, but I do feel like the right people are going to come into your life, especially because you have that, the people you spend the most time with shape who you are in your advice or in your advice section. I'm not really sure what to call that section because it's not, for me, it's not fully advice, but we'll get to that one in a minute. So anyway, and so that pretty much I feel like is all. I mean, no, I'm going to say something else too as far as February goes. So with the Empress, you could find that you're spending more time with family, with your, if you're a parent, with your children even. For some of you, you could even be getting news of a pregnancy, if you're trying for that. If you're not, then surprise, but I feel like that as well for you. For some of you, there could be conversations around getting married or engaged, but there's definitely a lot blossoming and blooming for you in the month of February. So in March, I feel like, wow, you're on fire with that Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. You are inspired, you are feeling confident. And I told you, like, this year specifically in the first 3 months, I'm seeing a lot of your confidence really starting to expand, your self-value even. You could be even focusing on your physical appearance and, going to the gym more, or you have lost some weight even. if you need to, or if you want to, you could be feeling really, really good about yourself. Or say if you're not even focused on losing weight, you could, or buffing up or getting more fit at the gym. It could be that you've just bought yourself some new clothes, you've changed your wardrobe, or you will change your wardrobe. And so that you're feeling more in your, more comfortable in your skin with that Queen of Wands. Additionally, if you've been following me for a while, I call the Queen of Wands my super attractor card, because she just attracts things to her like a freaking magnet. And that can also include the envy of other people. Seriously, because people look at her and they wish they were her, Queen of Wands is Aries energy. So that's cardinal energy. That is the first sign. That's number one, right? Like you're going to be feeling like you're winning in life. You're number one, right? And what happens whenever you're at the top? People look at you like, ugh, and it's frustrating because you really just want to tell them, hey, why don't you go work on yourself instead of worrying about what I'm doing? But okay, anyway, but you're going to be feeling really inspired. And with that North Node, embrace your true purpose. You are seriously going to feel like you are on the right track in life. If you are course correcting to a new trajectory in your life, you're going to know deep in your soul that it is the right trajectory for you. Okay. So in your opportunity, you have the throat chakra with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So with the throat chakra, this is, opening up, having clear, concise communication with other people. It's also speaking things into existence. It is also, focusing on your voice. So if you have a beautiful singing voice, it could be, you focusing on laying down the roots to start singing, maybe start a social media, that kind of thing. Or if you're interested in a podcast, or if you want to start your own YouTube channel, that kind of thing, that can be an opportunity for you that you're going to see in the beginning 3 months. Additionally, I think that it could be a healing of the throat chakra. Like, say if there are some situations in your life with people where there hasn't been clear communication, there's been a lot of misunderstandings, you could have, or if there's just been arguments with people, you could have some very important conversations, and I feel like because it's in your opportunity, Spirit is telling you to be open to it. The Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're also going to have a lot of comforts in your life. The Queen of Pentacles is very concerned about things that are comfortable. She tends to her home and she just makes it just a very comfortable space, right? That can be in terms of your career even as well, or in relationships, like you just reach a point where things are comfortable for you. But it is your opportunity. So I feel like, because it's in your opportunity, there's always going to be action steps that are required for you so that you can reach that space of comfort in your life, and it could have to do with the hard work, the intentional action, the executive decisions that you're making in January. Okay. So you have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man can be about taking a pause, seeing a different perspective, looking at the bigger picture. And so I feel like that is going to be an important opportunity for you, specifically in the first 3 months of 2025, to just remember that you're also prioritizing your alone time. You're prioritizing, this person is out in the woods. They're looking down. I don't know if they're looking down at the woods or if, they're reading. Okay. And that's kind of what came to me, is like, maybe you just need to remember to take opportunities to take a time out and read or connect with nature, that kind of thing. Yeah. So then also over here, this is kind of like your advice, but kind of like, I also kind of see it as like just overall energy, because for me, I feel like these are things that are coming in for you, but I also feel like it's kind of what you should focus on. It's crazy. Like, I don't know why I haven't been able to just specifically decide what this fifth pile is for me yet. Like, it's just really weird, but I feel like it's supposed to be there. I don't know. It's it's an interesting thing going on with me. I think it'll become clear to me at some point. But so you do have the people you spend the most time with shape who you are. That is definitely an advice portion for you. I feel like, you know, the throat chakra could be setting certain boundaries or asserting your boundaries for people who are, you know, not on the same level. And that doesn't mean like just because somebody's not on the same level with you that you just throw them out of your life. Like, that's not what I mean. But if you have people who are distracting you with drama, or people who want to bring you down, people who, you know, like sit around and they talk crap about other people instead of talking about their goals, then, you know, you may have to set boundaries with those people. It may not mean like throw them out of your life. It could just mean, you know, spend less time with them, because I feel like, you know, your advice is to focus on spending time with people who are trying to grow and evolve with you. Okay. And that's why you have that 10 of Pentacles. Like, you're surrounded by people who are, you know, on your same journey. They're supportive of your journey. They're the right community of people, you know. And additionally, I just feel like you're really, really focused on the end game in your life. And so because of that, your long-term goals and etc., because of that, you may have to, with the Six of Swords, move beyond people who are trying to derail you, or situations, you know. Sometimes it can be, you know, you get a really, really awesome job, but you live way too far away from it, you know, and you may need to focus on moving to a closer location, which, I don't know, I guess that's up to you if you want to do that, but move to a closer location, or it could be literally like moving states for a better opportunity in your life. And then you find that you're around a community of people that are really supportive, and you just find that it's the best decision for you. So actually what I want to do, okay, really fast. Give me another card for that advice. The Office. Yeah, okay. So for some of you, actually, like I said, you are going to be trying to move closer to the office. But additionally, it could be people in the office that bring a lot of drama that you're going to have to set boundaries with. So I feel like that's another message for you, because you do have caution on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there could be people that you're just going to have to set very firm boundaries with, because they are trying to derail you. And honestly, Taurus, the first 3 months of 2025, you were on fire. Like, you were absolutely on fire. I don't think that this 10 of Pentacles isn't going to come in for you if you don't set boundaries. I think it's going to come in for you anyway, but I think it's going to be more comfortable for you to be in the 10 of Pentacles energy, where you're just excited, you're feeling secure, you're feeling stable, you're feeling like you've really met your goals, and you're just going to be able to be more open to it and just feel more comfortable with that 10 of Pentacles if you focus on making sure that you're around the right people who support your goals. Because like I said before, you literally could have people that are envying you, and it just might be unhealthy for you to be around them, because they're constantly comparing themselves to you, and they're trying to tear you down to make themselves feel better. And, you know, if you have to set appropriate boundaries and walk away from conflicts like that, then that's what you have to do, okay? But either way, that's what I'm saying about this section. Either way, I feel like this is coming in for you. Like, either way, okay? So, your underlying energy is the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you have people that are going to be working together with you. You're going to see some collaborations. You're going to be working on projects that are important. I feel like you are just going to be really focused on building towards your long-term goals. You are needing to pay attention to detail as much as possible. And You have what's working for you is going to be the Page of Cups. That's going to be your heart with the Hermit. That is your wisdom. What's working against you is the Hierophant. So I do feel like it's going to be important that you have this pay attention to detail, the King of Swords, you know, that kind of thing. There's actually even like embracing your true purpose, the people you spend the most time with, all of this stuff, okay? The throat chakra, like all of this is telling you that you have to be careful to make sure that you are staying committed with that Hierophant, okay? You are seeking higher ground in your life. You're continuing to try to achieve. That could be through means of embracing your purpose, okay? Like not sabotaging yourself. It can be about executing and making the best decisions towards your visions for yourself. It can be about improving your self-image, okay? Increasing your confidence. And, you know, using your voice to assert boundaries, or using your voice to get heard, okay? To allow your message to be heard. And so you have to, with the Hierophant, not stand in your own way, because this is what's working against you. And be careful of standing in your own way is what I mean to say. And make sure that you are focused on follow through and staying committed, because you deserve it, Taurus. You deserve it. So let's go ahead and read the ship for you, because I don't have all these memorized. So it does say travel, foreigner, transport, longing, journey, business dealings, independence, inheritance, truck. So not everybody's going to get inheritance, obviously. But there could be some travel that is going to happen for you in the first 3 months. I feel like it could also just be, you know, you have some important business decisions or business dealings or opportunities that come to you. And I feel like you're just going to be feeling a lot more secure and independent with yourself in these first 3 months of 2025. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and I will come back to do April through June. Okay, beautiful Tauruses. Let's look at April through June of 2025. So you have the Green Man, number 21, merge with the energy of Green Man to reawaken your connection to the earth and the environment. So I honestly feel like that means that you need to be focusing on connecting to nature, going on nature walks, or just focusing on, you know, your healing and just, I don't know, just staying connected, guys, just staying connected. You do have deception and trickery with opportunities and growth. Not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. So you have spirituality and connectivity. You have bees, community. You have shadow period, proceed with caution. In spirituality and inspiration. And then you have gentleman. I don't know if you can see that. No, we'll just put that over there. All right, so let's go ahead and get, actually we're going to use this deck. Let's go ahead and get your tarot cards out for April through June for Taurus in 2025, Spirit. Oh my goodness. Well, we already have a couple of cards that fell out. And we'll just kind of do this. Okay. See what we have so far. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay. You have the Chariot. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Ace of Wands. Oh, this one wanted to come out. You got the Five of Wands, which is beautiful because it's with the Six of Wands. So that's, you know, progress. You have the High Priestess. You have the Ace of Cups. And you have the Eight of Pentacles with, oh no, the Devil on the bottom of the deck. Ooh. What is working for Taurus? The Hermit. And what is working? What is the antagonist? April through June. The Knight of Wands. Well, I definitely see a message here that I don't love to give these types of messages. I mean, you do have the deception and trickery. And I feel like, you could find out that somebody is not being completely honest with you between April and June of 2025. Like something comes to the surface that you did not see because like the Devil card, these two people are blindfolded. I kind of may pull some more cards on that to see, but to be honest with you, I'm really not super inclined to do messages that I don't feel like are helpful for the collective. I really don't want to strike fear in you and you just get all like tied up in knots. It's not for me. So, it's there. I see it, but I don't really want to go too much into it, but we'll see. Okay. So, starting out in April, you do have the seventh chakra, spirituality and connectivity with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And so the Knight of Cups leads from a heart space, and even a spiritual space. We kind of saw in March, like you would be very confident, feeling like you're aligned with your true purpose. So I feel like you are going to be really feeling in the flow of the universe. You're watching yourself grow and evolve, maybe in ways that you never actually saw possible or believed was possible. And, for some of you though, because you have the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Wands, you can actually meet somebody, who is very much like spiritually connected or just on the same level as you spiritually, which means that, they may, have, emotional awareness, or they're just emotionally and spiritually inclined to grow and evolve and that kind of thing. Or they have, emotional maturity. The Knight of Cups typically isn't considered an emotional maturity card, but when it's compared with this right here, I kind of feel like, they are very close. To that King of Cups. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. I'm so sorry. I don't know. My mind just got distracted there for a second. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that these two cards paired together, it kind of gives me that King of Cups kind of vibe. But anyway, somebody who's just really aware of themselves. So you could meet a new love. You could have somebody that you're feeling really attracted to, lots of passion with that Ace of Wands. But additionally, this could just be in terms of your life, Taurus. This could be, you're really feeling just connected to your life. You know how sometimes you feel disconnected from your life because you're just kind of on autopilot and you're just doing what you have to do to get by, and you're just kind of in that survival mode. This is the opposite of that. This is actually feeling very connected to your life. You're in your true life purpose. You're on the best path for yourself, and it feels really good. That doesn't mean you're not going to have challenging days. It just means that overall you feel really, really good. Okay. So as we move into May, you have community, okay? So I feel like there could even be a community at work, because with the bees, or it could be a spiritual community, or it could be some kind of achievement that you are experiencing in May with the Six of Wands. You're feeling really successful, you've made it through the challenging times with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be fights and arguments and that kind of thing, but because of this little section, just the way that these cards are, the 3 + 7, reaching a 10, you've reached some sort of, or adding up to 10, I feel like you've reached some sort of achievement, okay? Like you've graduated, it's going to be May, so some of you could be graduating, but there's some sort of success or achievement that you have, that you are going to be experiencing in May. And with the Five of Wands, it's the struggle. Like you made it through the struggle. Like it was difficult. It was challenging to get where you are going to be in May, but like you made it. You're going to see that victory and that success. Okay. And then some of you could be even entering a new community, in May. So like you've reached some sort of a success, and then maybe like say for instance you graduate and then you get a good job, okay? And that's the new community that you're going to be entering. So that honestly looks really gorgeous. What I want to do really fast is, because of that Six of Wands, I kind of want to see, tell me about this. Okay, so you've dealt with, all right. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that's so gorgeous. Okay. So you do have the halt. So this struggle, I feel, is like, this is a long time coming. Whatever the success is for you, like I said, if it's school, if it's work, if it's, yeah, I mean, I'm really feeling more of those two energies, to be honest with you. I mean, like I said, it could be a spiritual community, but I felt inclined to pick up my career deck because I'm just getting a lot of like career type energy from this. And so I feel like it's a long time coming. Like you have been building and, growing through this. Like you have been trying to achieve this for a while. You have been, I don't know. It's really weird because it's almost like my words are kind of leaving my mouth and I don't understand what's going on. Hold on. Let me just like tune in for a second because this is really weird. Okay, I got it. So you've been working really hard to get where you are going to be in May. Like I said, you've been taking intentional action steps. You've been really managing your time. You've been super focused by the time May comes around in 2025. And I feel like through this struggle, through this challenge that you've been experiencing, you didn't feel recognized. You didn't feel seen. You honestly, I feel, may have been feeling like people just kept setting really high expectations for you in your life, and they were getting disappointed in you because you're just so focused on your career goals, on your education goals, or just your life goals for yourself. And there could, like I said before in the previous segment, like people could have been feeling really jealous of you or envious of you, and they're just measuring their own lives up to you. They're making you feel bad. They're giving you guilt trips and that kind of thing. And like, I feel like by the time you reach this, you are utterly exhausted because it has been a battle. It has been a battle. For some of you, like I said, it's been a long time coming. Like you've been working towards this for a really, really long time. But you finally start to get the recognition that you deserve. I mean, like I said, some of you are getting out of school, you're getting a really incredible business opportunity. Okay. Additionally, if you have been you're entering a new community of small business owners, or you are entering a community that consists of people who are in the same business or industry as you are. Like you could be very recognized. People are starting to see you. Additionally, like you are putting yourself out there and people are noticing. You are setting a new path for yourself with the Rebel, and it will look different than anybody else's because it is your life. Okay. But I feel like there does seem to be some resistance that you feel in life around you, even though you feel like you know that you're on the right track for yourself. there's resistance in your life. So I'm going to give an example of that. So if you've been really, really focused on career, there is resistance from people or your education, whatever, your vision for yourself, your long-term goals. There are going to be people in your life that are resisting it because you're not spending enough time with them. They never see you. And, you know, they could measure their life up against you and be like, oh, well, you know, I did this and this and this and this in my life, and I still had time for other people. And, you know, you can just be like, well, that's your experience. That's not my experience. So sorry. Like, I am just doing the best I can, you know, and you may need to say that, right? But I feel like you will have experienced some resistance as you're reaching this journey of success, okay? Like, you have the victory wreath right there. Like, there is a lot of victory for you in May, and you're going to be so freaking proud of yourself, but you had to really go through a struggle to get there. Okay. And for some of you, it's like you've been working at this for a really long time and you finally made it. Okay. So, you have the business card. Do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. So I feel like you are also being guided to think bigger. Okay. Go for things that are outside of your comfort zone in the month of May. In June, you have shadow period, proceed with caution, and you have the Queen of Wands and High Priestess. There's a couple of different things that I see with this reading. And the first thing I'm going to say is, with the Queen of Wands, you're feeling really good about yourself. You're feeling really confident, okay? I feel like you've attracted a lot of success to you. You've attracted a lot of things that are really important to you. And I feel like the proceed with caution does have to do with either people that you're surrounding yourself with or steps that you're going to be taking in your life. I feel like you're going to be, you're being guided to ask yourself why you are doing things that you're doing, you know, and it could have to do with commitments in your life, but let's go ahead and see, because I kind of want to get more context on that. Tell me about the proceed with caution for Taurus for June of 2025. Okay, Two of Wands. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was feeling, okay? Like, I feel like you're feeling really good about yourself, okay? You really are. And I think that a new pathway opens up for you, and it has you second guessing one that you're currently on, okay? So for instance, this could be a new job opportunity opens up for you, and you start to second guess whether or not you should stay with the one that you're on. If you are in a relationship, a second person could come in your life and you start to second guess, you know, that kind of thing. But either way, I feel like you are going to be stuck between two paths in the month of June. It could also be, you know, you really trusting your intuition as well. Like, say if there's a person in your life, you may need to really trust your intuition with that High Priestess about their motives, their intentions for you. You also may need to, I feel like, tune into yourself, because if you are self-sabotaging, or if you're like afraid of something not working out for you, you have to proceed with caution in terms of asking yourself, like, why are you afraid of something working out? Why are you afraid of success? Because not everybody is afraid of just failure. A lot of us are afraid of success too, because that means there's so much more to lose. There's so much more to lose, okay? You do have the Lover's card. It did come out in reverse, so that can be about choices. You know, I feel like on one hand you're afraid to make the wrong choice, and I think Spirit wants you to know, like, if you make the wrong choice, you can always come back and correct it later. Like, it's not something like I feel that you need to just sit there and worry about. Tell me more about the High Priestess, King of Swords, and the Four of Swords. See, you're so intent on making the best decision for yourself, I feel like what happens for you in June is that you don't trust your own decision-making abilities, okay? And I think that you really just need to tune in to your intuition and trust yourself. But additionally, I feel like just know that even if it's not the best decision, like there are no real mistakes, okay? Like, what is that, Bob Ross? There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. I feel like the spirit, the universe is always going to bring us back around every time, okay? Like every time, spirit's going to bring us back around to the thing that we are destined for. I mean, seriously. So sometimes we have to make decisions for ourselves that might be wrong, but I don't know if there's actually a wrong decision, because either way you're going to learn a lesson, and sometimes we have to do that in order to learn for ourselves, and you know, then we can choose better next time, right? And so I just want you to know, like, don't put too much weight in being afraid of making the wrong decision. Like, just kind of go with it. You know, if you struggle to trust your intuition, that's okay. Like, you will be able to learn something very important, and in the future you'll learn how to trust yourself a little better. But if you do struggle to trust your intuition, then don't be afraid of a little pause with that Four of Swords, like taking a time out, you know, and maybe sometimes that's taking a time out from other people, like saying, hey, I need some space for maybe like a week or so I can really listen to myself, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, don't be afraid of doing that. But I feel like with the Four of Swords and the King of Swords, like that's how you're going to figure out the right decisions for yourself in June, is by taking a time out, okay? And listening to yourself, meditating, going for walks, that kind of thing. I feel like ultimately at the end of the day, it comes down to confidence, because you have that Queen of Wands. Just be confident in yourself, like no matter what. Like if it turns out to not be, you know, your favorite choice, just trust that you're going to be able to pick yourself back up, and you're going to persevere anyway with that Queen of Wands. And I think it's truly magical. Like, she is my favorite Queen of Wands ever, because she has bulls behind her. I mean, that's just, I love it so much, right? I love it so much, because that embodies Taurus energy right there for you, okay? So just trust yourself. Just 100% trust yourself, my dear Taurus friends. And with the proceed with caution, like I said, just take a time out, because I feel like that's what you're going to need to do, is take a time out. I'm going to get another one of these for June. I feel like we're going to spend quite a bit of time on June, because I just want to make sure that we're getting the full message. Yeah, you have reflect, refine, redo. And then you will break on through to the other side. So you're going to have a breakthrough. Don't worry about it. You're going to have a breakthrough, and you're going to figure out the right choice for you moving forward in June, okay? So, I mean, for some of you, if like you are thinking about moving in June and you're afraid, like you're afraid to move, like you're afraid to leave your comfort and your security, I feel like, you know, that Queen of Wands is telling you just be confident. Be confident in yourself and your ability to do it. If you are, you know, being offered another job, or if you are, I don't know, if you're back out in the dating field and you're trying to meet people again, just be confident in yourself, okay? Like just trust that the universe has got your back, and that you are a magical, beautiful, shining pink unicorn, and that you're special, and that you deserve happiness and love, okay? So your opportunity is going to be your spirituality, okay? You're being guided to discover your unique spiritual path at this time. I do feel like you've already pretty much established that path for yourself by April. But if you struggle with it by like in May and June, you still feel like you're not on that right path for yourself, then I feel like it's going to be important to tune in. You may seek a tarot reader, a spiritual advisor, even a therapist, or a coach, like a life coach even, to kind of help you if you feel like you're stuck and you don't feel like you're on the right path, okay? But I do feel like that's going to help guide you forward with that Chariot card towards victory, towards being on the right spiritual path with that Ace of Cups. But this is the year that you are supposed to be focusing on your spiritual path, because number 9 is like the Hermit card. Like, it is the card of your spiritual path, okay? And that is what was working for you, is the Hermit card. So I feel like, you know, and the thing about the Hermit is that, you know, all he has is a lamp in front of him, and he doesn't know where he's going. He is being guided, okay? He is trusting spirit to lead him down the right path and to protect him. There's one card that I have, I can't remember what deck it is, but the lamp shows a snake, and, you know, it's like spirit is shining the light on that snake at the right moment, so the Hermit knows to avoid it, right? And so basically I feel like that is, you know, spirit is protecting the Hermit. Spirit's got the Hermit's back, and that correlates to you as well. Like, spirit has your back, so trust in that process, okay? So tune in right there. That is going to be what's working out for you, okay? Because this year is a year for you to be really focused on your spiritual path, okay? That's your opportunity. Your advice / what you should focus on / what you can basically expect is, you know, your inspiration is going to be skyrocketing, I feel. Honestly, if you've been feeling like you've had creative blocks, you are going to be experiencing a removal of those blocks. Like, your world is going to be lit up. You're going to look at all these rainbows. Like, you're going to be feeling very just connected. And if you paint, you're going to be feeling really connected to your artistry, feeling really inspired. Or if you do any kind of creative project, say if you like to create videos, or, you know, if you're on social media even, like, you could be feeling really inspired as well. And I feel like, you know, you are going to be hard at work, okay? You're going to be mastering a lot of skills in your life with that 8 of Pentacles, all right? So let's see what the Gentleman says for you. That was so weird about my little brain fart that I had earlier. I'm so sorry that I had to take a little pause. Sometimes that's what I need to do, is be this hermit and just tune in. Okay, so the number 28, the Gentleman. It's a person card representing a male, analytical, leading character, husband, lover, partner. So for some of you, this could be a masculine figure or a male that is going to be playing a significant role in your life in April through June of 2025. So I think what I want to do... Oh gosh, since that doesn't give me a lot, I want to get another card. Oh my gosh. And then the Lady. So, I mean, this could be, some of you are getting married. Some of you actually could be getting married between April and June. Basically, yeah, of 2025. Or there's an important, significant relationship. Because this one, the Corn card, also came out, and it does talk about sustenance, growth, and creation. So it does say, lucky you, you're in a phase for good fortune. So I feel like, honestly, there could be, you know, like new development, seeds being planted for you in terms of an important romantic relationship for you, or you could be getting married even. Yeah, or engaged, guys. Yeah, between April and June of 2025. So, okay, that's what I have for you guys. Just be careful of the Devil, Knight of Wands type of energy. I don't want to go too much into that, but just, I feel Make sure you're not looking at things through rose-colored glasses and that you're getting all the facts in a situation. There are going to be some opportunities for growth in terms of having important conversations, trusting the process, trusting that you're being guided and protected, even if it's uncomfortable. And I mean, just focus on reawakening your connection to the earth, to spirit. Like, this is going to be very important energy for you, April through June, is this hermit and this green man type of energy. Like, just focusing on your connection to the divine. However you choose spirituality, okay, like however you choose to do that, whether or not that's within a church or a religious setting, or if that has to do with, you know, tarot cards or a spiritual advisor, a tarot reader, like myself, or a life coach, which I also do, you know, that kind of thing. It's just going to be important to do that for these 3 months so that you can really stay connected and make sure that you are not missing anything, or you're feeling really protected. You feel like, you know, you're on the right path, those types of things. Okay. Yeah. And trust your intuition, my beautiful babies. And especially when it comes to, if you feel like somebody is deceiving you, trust your intuition. Okay, so that's what I have for you. And I'm gonna take a little break and give my voice a rest, and then I will come back to do July through September. Hey Taurus, welcome to your July through September reading. So you have the Hamsa hand. The hand of the goddess ensures your safety and protection. You have the pericardium meridian, which is protection and self-love. You have medical staff, which is healing. 13. Okay, so we got a little bit of a death and rebirth cycle happening for you. You have 7th house, make a commitment, September. And then let's see here. I want to do these over there. And you have fear, and you have explorer. Then you have the twins, self-protection, dual natures. A lot of protection happening for you in these 3 months. And then you have the guitar. So, I mean, music could be very important to you. Some of you could pick up playing the guitar, something of that nature. And I actually think I'm going to use these. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your tarot cards out on the table. What I kind of feel for you too is like commitments that you're making, things that you are embarking on. Say, for instance, some of you are getting engaged or married or in a long-term relationship, a commitment of some sort. You could have some fear around that. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know you're going to be protected on this path. So, like, try not to be in too much fear about it, okay? So let's go ahead. And you've got Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. She keeps showing up for you, which I think is gorgeous. Sorry, I kind of have a frog in my throat, so it is what it is. If I have to keep clearing my throat, it is what it is. Okay, so let's get your cards out. You have the 4 of Cups. You have the 8 of Cups. Ooh. July is looking interesting. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the 5 of Swords. Okay, that one obviously wants to come out. You have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. That's nice. You have the 10 of Cups. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I feel like you're not, if you were feeling alone in life, you're not going to be feeling alone anymore. The Chariot and the 10 of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. And this one. The Six of Swords. Excuse me. So yeah, you are going to be moving beyond things for sure. But for the most part, I think that they're, you know, this is a number 9 year, so we're dealing with completions, okay? And I do feel like completions that happen for you are going to be for the better, okay? So just know that, like, just know that, okay? So what is working for Taurus? The King of Pentacles. Oh yeah. What is working against Taurus? The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus. So I feel like you have a star on the bottom of the deck. I'm starting to get hot. Where do we start? Let's just go ahead and start with July. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that what happens for you is there's something that occurs in July where you value, because you have self-love and self-protection over here. So like you value yourself enough to like protect yourself or choose a different path for yourself because you do have the Eight of Cups. I think that there could be people that disappoint you, or you, I mean, I don't know, like maybe you're disappointed in yourself. I really don't want to say that, but let's see. Tell me more about the Four of Cups. All right, you have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So what I feel for you is like there's some kind of commitment in your life that you've entered into. There's some sort of choice that you're making to sort of buckle down and invest in. But I think with the Knight of Wands, what happens for you is you kind of flip-flop a little bit. I think that you become very afraid of this. You are afraid of something not working out for you. And you, I mean, it's coming from a place of self-value. It's coming from a place of, you know, knowing that you deserve happiness, but you could be resistant to certain commitments in your life because you are afraid. Like you're afraid that it's not going to work out. And I think that Spirit is just telling you, like, listen, you're protected. Like you're protected. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Judgment. And the Ten of Swords. Realistically, I think that I just have to be completely honest. I think that there is something, and we kind of saw that in the previous months, like there is something that comes to the surface, like there's some sort of truth or something that you find out about. If I remember correctly, it was June that you have the High Priestess. Like there's something that you find out about regarding a person or... yeah, just somebody in your life. This could be in a romantic setting. Or there's just some news that you receive. And it does put you in the energy of needing to take a pause and trust your intuition, because you may be uncertain about this path forward. Now, whether or not this is with a person... like if you, I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's somebody you're committed to, or it's something in terms of like work. But I do feel that there's some sort of painful information. The Ten of Swords can even indicate a betrayal, which I don't love. And I feel like you have to love yourself enough to decide the best course of action for yourself. Okay. Additionally, it could have to do with travel with the Knight of Wands, and there are just delays or like something falls through. And I feel like Or for some of you, it has to do with like, say for instance, you're putting an offer on a house, or you've put in an application to rent a house and somebody else gets it. Okay. But I feel like Spirit is telling you that you're going to find a better one. So just hang in there. For some of you, if you are applying for something, it could be that there's either a delay or it doesn't work out. And I do feel like, honestly, though, with the Judgment card, like in the Eight of Cups, like there's a judgment call that you will be making in terms of something coming out. Okay, something, the Moon card, something that is hidden comes to the surface, and you'll be making a judgment call to move beyond it. Either you're going to let it go, you're going to forgive, and you're going to move on beyond it, or you're literally going to pack up your crap, pack up your stuff and move on, And that's kind of what I feel is going to happen for you. Now, what I think I want to do is pull a couple of these. Tell me about July for Taurus. That's like 50 cards. Tell me about July for Taurus. Go big or go home with Jupiter. Pluto, go all in. So I think we kind of circle back around to, a couple of things, like the fear of something not working out, and even just kind of wanting to take a back seat to run away from it because you're afraid it's not going to work out. And Spirit says go all in. Okay? I feel like if there was a rejection, or if there is a rejection, like say you put in an application for something and it doesn't work out, don't give up. Keep trying. Go all in. I feel like you are worthy of pursuing your highest possible dreams in life, and you need to just not give up on yourself. Okay? Like 100% don't give up on yourself. And I do know that Uranus is moving into Gemini July 7th. And so there could be just a final little hoorah from Uranus and Taurus, kind of, just peeking its head out saying, here you go. You have one more thing that you need to be aware of so that you can grow and evolve more as a person. Uranus and Taurus just loved to shake up our lives, as Taurus is. Pluto and Jupiter, that's interesting. There could be some kind of contact. It could be a trine even. That could also present an opportunity for you to heal things that have been broken in the past. Let's go ahead and get some more on the Ten of Swords. What's going on with the Ten of Swords? The World card in reverse. So that's kind of what I was afraid of. Like I was like, So something from the past could actually return. Somebody that has hurt you in the past could be returning to your life in July. And I think, it could have been somebody that rejected you or somebody who felt rejected by you. And this person could be returning to your life for closure, or to, if there's unfinished business between the two of you, for another chance to pick up. It is unexpected because the Tower card is here. So just be aware of that. And let's see, what is Taurus's advice for July? The Hermit. The Hermit keeps coming out for you. Yeah, you're just supposed to be focusing on making the best and wisest choices for yourself. I just feel like whatever happens, Taurus, you're going to be moving in the energy of just maturity and loving yourself and just being very wise. And you are going to, I feel, just protect yourself, but not protect yourself in like an abrasive way, just in a very composed fashion. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, if there is some sort of investment that you're making, whether it be in home, career, and or even with your family, all very Queen of Pentacles types of energies. I feel like if something is not working out the way that you thought it was going to work out, like Spirit is telling you, don't be impulsive. Don't make any rash decisions with that Knight of Wands. Just like hang in there and ride out the wave, because Nine of Swords in reverse is telling you like it's a great worry over nothing. Don't stress about it. Like it is going to work out for you. What is Taurus walking away from? So you're walking away from fear of success with the Three of Swords and the Six of Wands. You are walking away from holding yourself back in life. You are not, you're walking away from standing in your own way, and imposter syndrome, self-sabotage. Like you are leaving all of that behind, because I feel like you know that it is your time to shine. And I feel like you know that you are protected, okay? Like you wouldn't be on the path that you're on right now if it wasn't the right one for you, because I feel like you figured out the right spiritual path for yourself between January and May or June. And so I feel like it's just going to be really important for you to remember that, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to August. We got so many cards for July, but I mean, honestly, some of that was kind of rough energy, and I just feel like we needed to address the roughness and give you some hope. Give you some hope, my dear Taurus friends. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm not losing my voice. I really do. Okay. So you have in August medical staff healing. So if you are interested in entering the medical field, okay, then that could be a yes sign for you, because you have the Ace of Wands. Additionally, it can be like what you were conflicted about trying to pursue or allow to unfold for you in July. I feel like you're going to be feeling renewed and inspired and just on the right track in that regard in August. I do feel like with that Five of Swords, let me see, but excuse me, I feel like I'm losing my voice. I feel, yeah, that's exactly right. The Chariot card, you're leaving the internal conflict behind, because sometimes we stay confused and we stay conflicted because we don't have to make a decision in either direction, and it's a safe zone. It's a comfort zone. And I feel like what's happening for you is you're going to move beyond being afraid of success or afraid of failure, and you're just going to decide to just move with the tide, to just go for it and see what happens, okay? You're coming from a very healed space instead of a wounded space, instead of a fearful space. Tell me about the Ace of Wands for Taurus in August. 10 of Pentacles. See, you like, this is amazing for you, because I feel like you're going to start feeling more established in life. This could be even you're making more money, or you are entering into a commitment that has long-term growth, or you're seeing you're getting, some of you could be getting an inheritance money, or it can be investments, like you've been investing your money and you're seeing a rise in those investments, and you could be experiencing those. But I feel like you're kind of moving beyond the conflict about it, because I feel like you may have been second guessing yourself about whether or not this is the right decision. And to me personally, I feel like in July you put yourself in turmoil, like you stand in your own way because you're second guessing everything, and you're so afraid of things not working out, or you're afraid of things working out because You know, when we're afraid of success, it is because we're like, well, we have to be able to maintain it because we have so much more to lose. And I think that you push beyond that fear and you just start to feel more established, and you're looking around at your life in August and you're like, wow, I feel so good about everything. It's the number 13, so it's death and rebirth. So I feel like you are experiencing a transformation. You're feeling reborn. You're just feeling revived in August. I think also, yeah, in any relationships that you have, if you are dealing with challenges in relationships in June and July, then I feel like those relationships are going to be restored. You're going to feel more connected in August, okay? So September, you have the 7th house, make a commitment. You have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which is literally just so gorgeous, because to me, that's saying that any feelings of not enoughness that you may have had are starting to either go away or become more and more quiet. You know, like you are really stepping into this energy of loving yourself. And people, I feel like, confuse self-love with self-value. And what am I trying to say with that? So self-love on social media these days has turned into like going to the gym and eating a vegan diet and smoothies and skincare and getting your nails done and massages and that kind of thing. And what I've seen is that a lot of people can love themselves because they love the way that they look or they love, you know, their success, or they love where they're at in life, but they still don't value themselves, you know? And I think that it is more important to value yourself even when you have nothing, even when you are not in a relationship, or you're not making the kind of money that you want to make, or you're not the weight that you want to be, you know, you're able to love and value yourself, you know? And when we value ourselves, we don't allow people to treat us negatively, you know? We don't engage in situations that make us feel bad about ourselves, you know? And so what I feel is that you have a really strong sense of value in your life. Some of you are literally going to be getting engaged or married, and you were working through over the summer, working through some really challenging energies about your worth, about being afraid of it not working out, around trust and that kind of thing. Again, like I said previously, in the previous months, you could have found out some information or discovered some things about yourself even that kind of tipped you over into this fearful type of energy. But I feel like by September, you have overcome that. You're not feeling like that. For some of you, and I hate to say it, there could even be a relationship that is on the rocks and you leave one behind, and by September you end up in a new relationship. Don't like really putting that energy out there, because I know that it's just not helpful. It's not helpful. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, your relationship's gonna end. Like, that's not helpful. But the 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, I mean, I do feel like, you know, somebody could disappoint you and you are going to move beyond that. Like, you have to make a judgment call. And then by September, you could be in another relationship and you're no longer going to be alone. Okay. So, I mean, that's for somebody, but that's not for everybody. For the most part, I'm just getting this, excuse me, I'm just getting the sense that, you know, commitments that you are in, relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, networking, communities, like, you know, in your industry, spiritual communities, even friendships, like that kind of thing. You're feeling very fulfilled in those areas of your life. And I say this because not everybody's looking for a romantic relationship. Not everybody is, not everybody works, you know, some people don't work, right? And so this could apply to numerous different situations. Like, some people are retired and you are just making a commitment to enter a community. You know, maybe you want to go down to the rec center and get like get a membership or something, and and you're coming out of isolation and you are starting to enter this community of people at the rec center and who do, activities, crafts, games, they exercise, that kind of thing, so that you have people around you and you're feeling more, harmonious in your life with that 10 of Cups. Okay. But for some of you, it is commitments in terms of, relationships, romantic partnerships, your partnerships in terms of career, or just things that you're investing your time and your energy into, things that you're committing to that are going to feel more harmonious by September. So is there anything else you want Taurus to know for September? The Ace of Wands. Oh, see, and the Ace of Wands with the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Wands just keeps coming out for you. So does the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So, I feel like you're just very inspired. Again, this could be a new beginning in a relationship. You could be single for the first part of this year. And in September, you end up in a romantic relationship. It is new. It is fresh. But you know that it is going to be your long-term commitment. Like you just feel it in your bones. Okay. So your opportunity is to watch out for fear. That is 100% your opportunity. You have to check your fear. You have to really assess whether or not your fear is just a projection of past events onto current events, or if you have a reason, a valid reason to be fearful in situations that you're in. So if somebody has given you a reason to be fearful, then that is understandable. If they have not given you a reason to be fearful, then it's important for you to check yourself and ask yourself, am I projecting my past situations onto this situation because I don't want to feel that way ever again? I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want things to fail. And so I feel like that's why that's your opportunity to make sure that you are checking your fear, and make sure that you're not trying to run away from yourself, run away from the problems, run away from your fear, face everything and head on. Face everything head on. Yeah. And, it's like in recovery, it's face everything and recover, or F everything and run. So, I feel like maybe that's something that would be important for you, is to focus on that acronym even. But I feel like the Chariot card coming out is helping you see that you have a reason to be self-confident. You have a reason to believe things are going to be victorious. You have a reason to believe that Spirit is protecting you and that you are on the right path, okay? You have a reason to believe that the past is gone and that the baggage that you had, the burdens that you had in the past are staying stuck in the past, okay? Like, you have a reason to really look at yourself and see all that you have become and all the ways that you've changed and grown and evolved, and recognize that situations in your life are going to be different than they were in the past because you're different. There's no way that you haven't changed. There's no way. Uranus and Taurus since 2018, there's no way that you have not evolved in some capacity or in many, many different ways. Seriously. So trust yourself. Like, if you don't trust the universe or a higher power, that's that's up to you. That's fine. But trust yourself. Like, trust your ability to see through situations if they're not good for you, okay? And trust your ability to handle success. Trust your ability to handle failures and to thrive and to overcome them in life, because you totally have that capacity. For some of you, there could be, and I gotta back up, because for some of you, there is somebody that comes back into your life in July. You two are going through a healing journey in August, and by September, you're in a relationship. I felt like I had to say that because that just came to me when I was on this. And if there were any challenges between the two of you with this 10 of Wands, I think that you're going to overcome those challenges. But for the most part, I am seeing the 10 of Wands as your own personal baggage, okay? And I do feel like you're going to be able to move beyond that with grace with the Chariot card. You just have to trust yourself. Additionally, I feel like commitments that you're embarking on between July and September, you could be very afraid that you're not going to be able to handle it because it's a heavy load and it's so much. And I think that Spirit wants you to acknowledge that you can, because you have the Chariot card, which is a victory card. You will be victorious over this. Yeah, it may be a lot, especially like if you're entering the medical community and like you're doing your practicum or clinicals, or then it could be a real challenge for sure. Absolutely. But there's no reason why you can't succeed. And you just need to realize that about yourself. And if you have to tell that to yourself every morning in the mirror, then do what you got to do. Like seriously, every morning say, there is no reason I cannot succeed, to yourself in the mirror every day, and just get through it because you will. Okay. So, your advice / what you should focus on / I'm so funny. Anyway, keep trying. There are no mistakes, just opportunities to learn and grow. You may be called to explore careers that match your fearlessness and curiosity, which could have to do again with the medical community. But it also says you may need to go wandering and trust the unknown. That's where the magic lies. And I think that that's what it is. You want to be able to see 10 steps in front of you, and we can't always see that. We can't always, even if we're tuning into our intuition, there are some things Spirit does not want us to see in advance, okay? Because otherwise we would just not learn anything. We'd run away. We'd try to control everything, and we wouldn't experience some things that we're destined to experience. And so I feel like Spirit just wants you to just embrace that wanderlust and just go through it. Go through life, ride the wave, go up the hills and down in the valleys and just make it through it and just trust the process, because everything is an adventure. And if that's the best way for you to look at it so that you can just get through it, then look at it like that. Everything is an adventure. Whatever didn't work out in the past, like let it stay in the past. Maybe it was meant to not work out. And that's the thing, like often like people, I know they really struggle to let go of things, and I understand, I've been there. But something that I just start telling myself was, maybe I'm just being protected. And you have a lot of cards of protection. Like maybe you were being protected from that. Like there was something about that situation or that person or that relationship that was not healthy for you. And maybe you were just being protected. Okay. So, you have the Queen of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles right here. So I feel like relationships, are working for you personally. Like relationships that are healthy and they're grounded, are working for you and, are here to stay if that is what you choose to focus on. Okay. But that either you're going to leave behind ones that aren't healthy for you with the Six of Swords, or you're going to leave behind the internal conflict that you have around these relationships. And the internal conflict, again, like we talked about, is your fear. All right. What's working against you is your Seven of Pentacles. That's your investment. Like, why are you afraid to invest? Why are you so scared? Like, why are you scared to receive what you have so easily attracted with the Queen of Wands? Why are you so scared? Like, you attracted this to your life for a reason. This falls into place for you for a reason. Why are you so scared? Really dive into that. See, and I got another card for that Four of Cups. Find your balance. This is all you, Taurus. Like, this is all you. I think that you're so scared to take a bird's eye view. You're so scared that something is not going to work out. You're so scared that, like, It's almost like, you know, whenever you start falling for somebody or you enter a relationship, or I don't know, like you're going to go get married and you get cold feet, and you start to freak out because you're like, if I really allow myself to fully fall for this person, then they're going to break my heart and they're going to leave me. And you just get so scared, and then you get in your own way. You get in your own way and you run away, right? That's that type of energy. And that's why you have this take a bird's eye view and find your balance, because I feel like your fear is the problem in these 3 months. It's your fear. It's not the situations or the people around you. It is your fear. And you are being guided to address that 100%. Okay? So I'm going to take a little break and rest my voice, and I'll come back and do the last 3 months of 2025, my dear friends. Okay, I'm back here to do September through December. We are wrapping up 2025. A lot of amazing things happened for you this year, and I feel like you have so much to be grateful for, and I hope that you know that you are deserving of all the success that you achieve in 2025. So, you've got some shaky ground, but I want you to know that Uranus does retrograde back into Taurus November 7th. So don't be surprised if there are some unexpected shifts and changes. But I feel like things are going to be okay. You have energy storage and crisis management. That kind of tells me that you're going to be able to get through it. So just hang in there. You have lightning disruption. You have bright new beginnings ahead. And look, that's November. You have stress. You have offering. You have experimentation, rebellion. The tree, pot of gold. All right, so it says, wishes fulfilled, your dream is at the end of the rainbow. We're going to put that next to the offering. Panacea, a healing elixir, is contained within. Call on Panacea for wellness of mind, body, and spirit, which I feel like you're going to need because you're going to be, I feel like, kind of stressed. But, okay, Nat, go away. Okay, so, yeah. And the witch, experimentation, rebellion. Let's see here. We have the tree, so I feel like that's also telling you there's going to be stability in your life. Like, just hang in there. Lasting health, medicine, ripening. So if you are experiencing stress-related illness, you guys, which is just, you know, I mean, it could just be mental health or whatever. I feel like you're going to find healing. Excuse me. You're going to be dealing with growth and maturity and, you know, roots, okay? Longevity in your life. That's what the tree means. But honestly, I feel like it's just also about your stability. Excuse me, you guys. I have a frog in my throat. I've been doing so much recording. I feel like I'm losing my voice. But anyway, so the bladder meridian, it says energy storage and crisis management. So I feel like with that, be careful of the kind of energy that you're storing in your body. If you're storing stress in your body, and you are not finding time to prioritize your wellness, then you, I feel like, could have some sort of disruption in your life. Like, so I had this whole thing that happened to me. I wasn't paying attention to my body, and I was pushing myself too hard once, and I injured my back. Okay, so, you know, it's that kind of thing where I just wasn't listening to myself at all. So I feel like, you know, that could be very important. Like paying attention to the type of energy that you have. Paying attention to the signals that your body is giving you. Because, I mean, if you're really, really stressed, your nervous system is shot, you know, and you may need to listen to yourself and take a serious time out. My gorgeous, gorgeous Taurians. Oh, wow. You got the Phoenix on the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get your cards. I wish that these, like, did the thing better. This is not very smooth, but nonetheless, we're going to figure it out. Excuse me. Okay, so let's get your cards. You have the Three of Swords. Yuck. With the Judgment card. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Wands. The Magician. The Chariot card. The Six of Cups. The Tower. Oh gosh. That one wanted to come out with it. The Four of Wands. Stress in the home life. Queen of Cups. And Two of Swords. Give me another one for the Two of Swords. Nine of Wands. Seven of Wands. Okay. What is working for Taurus? Ten of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. And what is working against Taurus? The Ace of Pentacles. That's interesting that the Ace of Pentacles is working against you. I think that you could definitely have stressors around money because the Nine of Swords is under the deck. But I think that Spirit's like, things are actually working out for you beautifully with the Ten of Pentacles. So like, stop stressing. Stop stressing. Okay? And see, this is all in your opportunity, this stress and Tower. So with the Four of Wands, so this is not like necessarily like this is what you are supposed to be doing. Okay, so just know that this is going to be your job right here, your job. So October, you have the Three of Swords and the Judgment card. Honestly, guys, I feel like just watch your heart, okay? Like, watch your heart. And that's really the best thing I can say about that. Whether that be your emotions or, you know, just making sure you're just eating good foods. You're not putting too much freaking stress on yourself. You're not too overwhelmed. Like, just make sure that you are just doing the best thing that you can for your overall well-being. Like, truly, just got to be honest with you about that. Okay, so the bladder meridian says, agree to take action to fill up your tank, your gas tank. That's your energy. And then ask what life issue to ignore or face. Okay? And that, I feel like, is why you have the Judgment card here. Because you are going to have to make a judgment call on what you need to ignore in your life and what you need to face, okay? And that could be what's going on with you on an emotional, mental level. It could be what's going on with you on a physical level, okay? Maybe you need to focus on taking better care of your health. Maybe you need to focus on, you know, eating healthier or, you know, finding getting balanced on the right medications, even that kind of thing. You know, whatever you need to do, you may need to just focus on your overall wellness, okay? But it could be your spiritual and mental, emotional wellness too, okay? So just like I said, watch your heart, okay? Like, maybe there are some situations that you don't need to try to fight against, you know? People are going to be people no matter what. Like, situations are going to happen no matter what. And you have to decide what is worthy of investing your time and your energy into, okay? I mean, like, your life could be going so amazing, so wonderful. That Judgment card, you have really risen in your life. And then some person, you know, does something that hurts you, okay? And you have to ask yourself, is this worthy of my time and energy and investment? You know, I had that happen to me recently. I had a friend in my life who was on something about something, to be honest with you. And I realized, like, I took a step back and I was like, this literally has nothing to do with me. Like, this person is just projecting all of their personal issues onto me. And I just need to take a step back. And I did, because I realized, I was like, I asked myself, is there anything I can do in this situation that's going to make it better? Like, are there any amends that I owe? And when I realized that I don't, and that this was solely about them, and I feel like just their personal stuff, right? That they were taking out on me, I realized I just needed to not invest my energy into it, and that we could come back around after some time and talk about it. But like, if that's what I'm talking about. If there's a situation that it doesn't matter what you do, it's not going to fix it, then you know it's not worth putting your time and your energy into. You realize that it is not a crisis that you need to tend to, okay? And that if there are other things in your life that you need to tend to, that's what you need to put your energy into, okay? And so I feel like that's what's going to be most important for you. Additionally, there could be some shifts and changes that are happening in your life. I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card, and that's just going to be important for you to focus your energy on that for yourself, okay? Tell me, let's get another deck here. Tell me a little bit more about the Wheel of Fortune for Taurus. All right, well, you got the Death in the Wheel of Fortune again. So, your card, you do have the Phoenix energy as your underlying energy. So you've got Death and Judgment, which is, you know, going to be death and rebirth right there. Sometimes things are going to end. Sometimes they are. I mean, we're looking at October. It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be something. Like, something just doesn't work out in your life. And you have to ask yourself if it's worthy of putting your time and your energy into. Additionally, it could literally be something that had ended in the past, because the Three of Swords with the Death comes back around into your life in October. And there are changes either within this person or this situation. Tell me more about this, Spirit. The Four of Swords. So yeah, that is the healing to the Three of Swords. So don't be surprised if somebody comes back into your life in October. And if it's not something that you want to put your time and your energy into, you don't have to. Like, you have a choice. Do you understand that? Like, you have a choice. And, you know, but with the crisis management, it could be that this person has developed coping skills, or you've developed coping skills for you two to be able to deal with each other more appropriately than maybe you had in the past. Okay. That's very interesting energy. Okay, so in November, you do have the lightning disruption. For some of you, it has to do with travel because of the Knight of Wands. Sorry about my squeaky chair, guys. You know, I'm going to get one soon. Okay, it's just old. Okay, so anyway, you do have the Sun card. So just that fell out. Just know that things are going to work out. There's going to be healing, you know, everything is going to be just fine. But there is a disruption that happens in your life. It could have to do with a child, okay? It could have to do with that. Like if you have a child or a niece, a nephew, even grandchild, there could be just something that is disrupting in their life. Perhaps they're going through a breakup. If they're a teenager or whatever, with the Knight of Wands, they're going through a breakup, or they're making some impulsive decisions in their life that have repercussions. Okay. So there's that. Tell me some more about this. You got the Wheel of Fortune again. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. For others of you, I do feel that you are being course corrected to a better path. Okay. So we've talked about in the past, like, you know how if you lose a job and then you get the job of your dreams after that, and you look back at the way you reacted to losing your job and you're like, oh my gosh, like I was so upset about it. I thought it was the literal worst thing that could have possibly ever happened. And now look at me now, you know? So it's kind of like that. Like initially, whatever this lightning is for you, it feels like a shock, like an absolute shock. But it ends up being, with the Wheel of Fortune, it ends up being truly awesome. Like it leads you to this new beginning in your life. It's kind of like, you know, say for instance, something happens, like say for instance, like literally lightning strikes your house and you have to move out for a little while and go stay in a hotel while they do repairs on it. And then you come back and, you know, you get your insurance covers all these repairs and you have a nice new kitchen. You know, it's something like that. But for some of you, there is a disruption in plans. Okay. Like in terms of travel, there is an actual disruption, and, like there are delays, or like something happens and your flight does not take off. I do feel like with the Magician card here, the Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Sun card, like you find a better option. There's another flight that you can take and it works out just fine. Everything is smooth. Okay. Tell me about the Magician card for the month of November. I feel like also, oh, these cards are upside down, I think. No, they're not. Okay. That was just reversed. So you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. I think that also what happens for you, because the Magician is a very skilled individual, very on top of his game, very powerful. And I think that you might drop any resistances in your life in November, and you are very persistent. You're very persistent to achieve things that are inspiring you. I mean, honestly, for some of you, you literally might be changing your mind about a course in your life in November because you have a new beginning in December. So if, say for instance, you have like you have something that you're pursuing, it could be in career, education, something that you've been pursuing, and you just change your mind and you decide to go a different way with it. It's like, you know, if you're majoring in school and you change your major, you know, it's something like that. Because you become very inspired about a different path, that you might feel that you're actually more skilled at. Okay. Yeah. It's something that I feel like is going to utilize your gifts and your talents, and you know, just what the universe has just blessed you with upon your arrival onto this planet. You know, like we all are born with something special about ourselves, and I feel like whatever the universe, angels, spirit guides have blessed you with, you're going to be able to utilize that better on this path. The lightning can be, because we are talking about November 7th, Uranus is going to be retrograding back into Taurus, okay? So retrogrades do what? They help us to revisit, to reassess things. And so any changes that you've been making during Uranus and Taurus the past 6 years, you could be revisiting some of those things and having some aha moments and realizations that are going to help you course correct and feel more inspired to pursue and to manifest into your life, okay, in November. So then in December, we have bright new beginnings ahead with cardinal energy. So we're talking about being a trailblazer. We're talking about feeling confident and more inspired and that kind of thing. And remember, what was working against you was the Ace of Pentacles. And I think that that has to do with, you know, your fears around like setting things into motion, maybe even just like second guessing yourself, which I feel like you do a little bit of this year, to be really honest with you. You second guess yourself. And anyway, so back to December. So you have the Chariot card, which I love because that is your victory. I feel like with the Six of Cups, you're talking about like a vision or a dream that you had, something that you were, you know, you felt passionate about from the past is returning, or you're deciding to pursue in December. Tell me a little bit more about this. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're kind of weighing it out. I feel like you're weighing out whether or not you want to pursue this. The Ten of Wands. I think that honestly, it could be really what you're stressed about over here with your opportunity is this new path, because it is going to be a lot more on your plate. But I feel like it could be worth it, you know, like it's a lot of work, but you're going to be getting paid more. Or it's a lot of work, but you, like, say if it has to do with school, or something that you are learning about, like it doesn't have to do with like, you know, traditional education. It could literally just be a certification program, but, you know, it's going to be a lot on your plate, but it's going to be worth it in the end, you know. Nothing good comes easy. Isn't that the saying? So I feel like that is something that you may need to just keep recalling in your mind, that nothing good comes easy. It might be a lot of work. Yeah, you may have to juggle a lot in your life, but you will be victorious over this situation. It is going to work out for you. I think that your problem is allowing yourself to pursue it because it is going to be a lot on your plate. Look, you have the Devil card in reverse. I think that a lot of the challenges that you are up against are going to be in your own mind about these types of things, about these, you know, situations, about these pursuits in your life, relationships, the things that we've been talking about over the last few months, largely are going to have to do with your own personal restrictions that you're placing on yourself. But with the Devil card in reverse, to clarify the Chariot card, I feel like you're going to be able to move beyond it. These things are not going to hold you back the way that they may have in the past, like in the past 6 years or prior to the 6 years. Like, you are going to be feeling a lot more confident because your wishes are going to be fulfilled. You have the capacity to make your long-term dreams and goals come to fruition for you. And they are, with that Ten of Pentacles, because that's what's working for you. They are. You've just got to get out of your own head, because what's working against you is your mind. It is the overthinking. And let me tell you, Taurus, I know for a fact that Uranus and Taurus has really helped you to overcome that overthinking and to learn to trust yourself and your capability to ride out the storms, okay? Because you have gotten so much stronger than you ever have been in the last 6 years of your life, because you've been able to ride out storm after storm after storm with Uranus and Taurus. So there's no need to be stressed and overwhelmed and overthinking things, because you are strong, you are sturdy, you are a bull, and you are immovable, okay? You do not budge, and you are solid, and you will be able to get through any type of burden or challenge, and you just need to trust in your ability to do that because you are the Phoenix. And if Uranus and Taurus the last 6 years has taught you anything, it's that you are the Phoenix. And yeah, it's back for its final little hoorah between November 7th and April, I think 26th, whenever Uranus retrogrades back into Taurus. But I mean, it's not, whatever happens is not going to hold you down. It's not going to stop you in your tracks. You can get through this just like you've gotten through the 100 other things that have happened for you or to you in the past 6 years or in your lifetime. Okay. So just buckle up, Buttercup, because you've got this. All right. So your opportunity is going to be the stress card. Your opportunity is to figure out coping skills for stress management and for crisis management, okay? Because things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. Storms are going to happen with that Tower card, right? But you are the Four of Wands. You are this house. You are sturdy. You are stable. You are secure. There could be some challenges to your sense of security, but your opportunity is to maintain that security within yourself, that sense of stability within yourself. Don't look outward for security and stability. Maintain that within yourself, okay? No matter what kind of storms life throws at you, that's your opportunity, all right? So you've got an offering coming in, and it's what you should be focusing on. You need to focus all your attention onto this new beginning in your life, the pot of gold, the wishes that are being fulfilled for you. Be open to this experience. Get out of your head and trying to figure out, is this the right way? Is this the right way? Is this the right way? Like, no, be in your heart and be open to these offerings from the universe, okay? Because I feel like spirit and your guides and your guardian angels are here to assist you and help you through any storms in your life. And they are making life be beautiful for you, okay? You are resilient and you were able to overcome any challenges, any wounds that you've had in the past, delays, stalemates, confusion. They're helping you through all of that. All right. So I feel like just focus on allowing the gifts of the universe to come to you, and trust yourself and trust the universe. Okay. So I think that is all that I have for you. You are the tree. You are this sturdy house. You are stable. You're a badass, Taurus. Okay? And you're going to rock this year. And no, not everything's going to be perfect. Okay? But like we talked about before, view it as an adventure. View it as a lesson for growth and evolution, and view it as an experiment. Right here, view it as an experiment, and call on Panacea for wellness of body, mind, and spirit when things are stressful, because there's always going to be stressful situations, but you don't have to allow it to impact your health. Okay? And I think that that's really important for you in August or September, because I think that you're overwhelmed in September. Like, literally, I really do. I think that you just have so much going on. It could be your kids going to school, or maybe you're moving, or you're switching jobs, or you're embarking on a new situation, or somebody comes back into your life that you haven't talked to in a while, and you're just, or all of the above. And like, I think you're a little overwhelmed, to be honest with you, but I think that you are going to find a way to manage your stress. If you don't, I mean, it could be disastrous. I mean, you got to watch your blood pressure and that kind of thing. So like, really find a way to manage your stress. Yes, you're going to have a lot going on, but I think that it is a lot going on that are blessings. Like, they're fortuitous. It may not feel like it. Like I said, if you take on a new job, that's a lot of work, but Like, it's giving you incredible experience. It is, or you're doing like clinicals or something like that. It's a lot, but it is totally worth it because it is getting you to this pot of gold. Like, because your wishes are being fulfilled. All right, you're just trying to get through the storm right now to the rainbow. What comes after the storm? The rainbow. All right, and that's where you're gonna find your pot of gold. That's where you find your 10 of Pentacles. So just ride it out, ride the storm, get an umbrella. Okay, like, you are being protected, and call upon anybody. Like, call upon your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your higher selves. And call upon, you know, like I said, this panacea you could call upon, or you know, any other like deity that you work with, and trust yourself. So that's what I have for you, my gorgeous Taurians. I wish you the best 2025. I hope you have the best year ever, and just know that whatever comes your way, like, you are a boss and you've got this, and there's no need for you to allow any hiccups in the road to stop you from your pursuits in life, because you've been through too much and you worked too freaking hard to be derailed at this point. Period. Okay? Love you so much. See you next time. Bye for now.